Hi Aries, this is wishkotheferret. Thanks for hopping into the ferret den. We're keeping things warm here. We're keeping things cozy. We have a reading for you for June 5th to June 11th. So drop into your heart space. Let the dust spiritually, physically, and emotionally settle around and within you so that you can determine which messages are for you and which messages are for others. And we're going to get right into it. So, as always, thank you to Archangel Michael for casting your light of protection around me at this time. And thank you to the divine spirits, to my angel guides, and my spirit team for helping connect me with the energies of Aries, sun, moon, and rising. And we'll see what we got going on. Just kind of free flow in the style here. So the Oracle card, that's your anchor for this week, the main thing that you're going to be doing or focusing on, we have deepening. Once you're on earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping detachment and surrender. They bring the peace of God. So Spirit's kind of coming through with like this message of attachment. So that maybe you're just attached to too many things, or there are like these bigger, more grandiose ideas that you have that you're kind of clinging to, or maybe it's a sense of idealism, and Spirit's almost saying it's kind of like a humbling or grounding process this week. Hang on, my microphone's kind of like a new thing for me, so I'm gonna I want to show you the card at the same time. So so yeah, we have deepening here, and we have this wonderful little black cat on this card. And interestingly enough, we see like a lot of butterflies here, and this is a type of transformation that you're going through. I just feel like there's a lot of like deep self work, deep shadow work. I don't even know if it's like specifically shadow work, but it's just spending time with yourself and really taking care of yourself. And it's almost like you're really like understanding yourself, and specifically motives. So your motives, it's almost like protecting yourself. You're trying to protect yourself, but at the same time, you're protecting yourself no matter the cost. So you're making certain decisions, specifically with the Six of Wands and the Two of Swords here. When they're in the spread, they're working together. These are two, like there's like a relationship between these cards in the spread, and it seems like you're taking charge and you're choosing, like there's like a decision to make, and you're choosing something very empowering for you. That's like the connection with these cards. And it's all about fairness. The root of all of this deepening, you have justice. So it's almost like you're standing up for yourself. It's almost like you're tired of being, I just heard you like you're tired of being blamed for everything, or you're tired of being like the scapegoat. You're tired of being the one that people point fingers at, and you're just, it's almost like, you know, you've had enough. It's like you're not pointing, it's not like you're giving your energy, you're not really giving your energy to situations that don't serve you. And in a way, you're like deepening that trust and relationship with yourself. And as you do that, you are deepening your relationship and your trust with the divine. So moving forward, you have the Three of Wands here and the Empress as well. The Three of Wands tells me, well, Spirit's also telling me like I'm skipping ahead. I'm skipping ahead maybe a little bit too much, but let's just see what's coming through, because I'm getting something here. The Three of Wands shows that you're building some foundation for moving forward. The legwork in terms of planning has already been done, so you kind of know where you want to go and the types of things you want to achieve. I'm hearing the word escape, so some of you could be plotting like some type of grand escape. If you're at a job where you know, people are blaming you for things and you're kind of tired of it, it's almost like you're plotting your exit from the job. Or this could be, you know, if you're just with people that aren't right for you in terms of friendships or family, it's almost like you're plotting your exit from those situations. So, and because it's like the Empress is taking in your power. So I don't know. I just see you stepping into your power, Aries. This energy just is a very big, like, you know, I deserve more. I deserve better, and I'm going to show the universe that I deserve better by moving on from these things that are not serving me. The Empress is about creation. So you're like creating new pathways ahead. It's almost like you're using, I get the sense that you're a little resourceful. You're using the tools available to you, but it's through those tools that you have that you're opening up a new path. Like you're creating a new path with the tools that you have. So I don't know, Spirit's kind of like applauding you for being very innovative. It's almost like I don't know. Spirit just really wants to focus on, like, for whatever reason, not that Spirit wants to, but I'm getting like the sense in this energy that maybe this energy is dragging, like, I want to say, like, maybe the people you're around are kind of dragging you down, or the situation that you are in life is dragging you down. It's almost like they're just saying that you need to escape. They said something specific and then it like went out my ears. So I don't know. So my speech might sound a little bit choppy because I'm trying to work with the flow and with the channel. I don't know. It's almost like it was dragging you down. It just serves you to step away from this, okay? But you're making good decisions for yourself. I mean, between the Six of Wands and the Empress, like I said, the Empress is like, you're just creating. The Six of Wands is about taking charge and moving forward with your life. And that's exactly what you're doing. You're taking charge and you're like acting on that decision with the Two of Swords saying, no more. I'm making this decision for me. I can stay and put up with your crap, or I can leave. And this all is justice. This is all in fairness for yourself. And this is all in fairness for everyone else involved too. Because it's like other people have to be accountable for their own actions and their own decisions. And when they're constantly putting that blame on you, then it doesn't really, like, it doesn't really suit you. It doesn't really suit their needs because they're not really owning up to that. And it just, Spirit's saying, embrace this difficulty. It is difficult to separate, but embrace it because it's going to lead you to greater and better things, okay? So let's see what else you got for your oracle cards. Oh, and I love that. Okay, so you have co-create, and which is literally what I just said with the Empress. So co-creating, this oracle card is all about just co-creating with the universe, understanding that everything that you put into action, Spirit's helping you. And maybe you felt in the past, because I'm hearing the word reverse, so maybe you're reversing some type of wrong that's been done on you. Maybe you're like, there are certain things that have been given to you in life that you're almost kind of reversing, or I don't know if they're saying reverse or reverse psychology, but it's almost like you're taking the energy that you've been given and you're reversing it. And part of this has to do with retelling a different story about like how like you came about. Like it's almost like when you step into your power, you're reversing, you're like flipping the table. You're telling a different story. It used to, like, because I think it used to be something like, I can't leave for X, Y, and Z reason, or I can't break away from this chain, or I can't step away from this energy because X, Y, and Z. But instead of saying that you can't, it's almost like you're embracing the road ahead. You're changing your story to, actually, I deserve better. And it's almost like you're seeing it from a different light and a different perspective. You know you're growing, and you know you have the capability of being happy, because you also have a happy card. Happy is quite literally that, being blessed with happiness. It's choosing to see the happiness in your day-to-day and actually like indulging in that. So not only are you fighting for, and again, this doesn't have to be an energy that is blaming you, but I just feel like, you know, it's just the type of energy where people are just coming at you, or it feels like, I don't know, Spirit's saying like the worst thing imaginable. So I think that depends on who you are and who this message applies to. But I just feel that somebody's against you, or a situation is against you, and it's not quite aligned with where you want to go, and you're creating new paths forward. And through this separation, it's almost like your higher self is thanking you, because it's deepening your relationship with yourself. And I also think you're gaining more of an understanding of who you are as a person, because you are actively making this change. And again, you're like rewriting your story with this. By actually taking action and moving away, you're saying, no more, I'm not going to do this anymore, because I'm worth more than this. I'm worth more than this treatment. So, and you're actually choosing to be happy with the things that you create too. Bubbly goodness is just what Spirit is saying. So you're finding things to be happy about. You're moving forward. Maybe you're pursuing your passions, or maybe you're just creating something like so that you can get out of wherever it is you're at. You could be creating new relationships or finding new contacts. You could be creating a new passion or creating like a business or something to go off of. But there's something here that's saying like, I will move forward despite what everyone else says. Like, I'm going to move forward and I'm going to leave some people behind. Let's see what else we have. Aw. Okay. Oh, you have 3 that came out. All right, cool. We can work with that. Okay, so we have radiance. Keep your head held high and follow the sun. And with this card being pulled, I did sort of understand this claircognizant feeling that came up from within that felt like the road is going to be long and tough. That it can be challenging, but to just keep your head pointed at the sun so you can keep moving forward. Usually the oracle doesn't tell us to keep our head up unless it's hard to keep our head up. So at times this can feel alienating. At times it can feel scary, but you have the capabilities to keep moving forward. You have the skills to step up. I just heard step up for your life, step up for you, step up for what you believe in and what you want to create, because you do have something important to share with the world. You do have important, like, I just heard like there's like someone who's meant to contact you. I think this might actually be in relation to a new opportunity coming in. But they're saying something, and again, I wouldn't expect like anybody coming back from the past or whatever, because it's in the past for a reason, right? So I wouldn't get stuck in that old energy because you're creating new. The thing about the Empress and co-creation is that you are creating something new, because we have an egg here. You're birthing something into creation, something new, something fresh, something that you haven't really tried before. But I feel like it is generating something new. Like you're really putting your foot, like I just heard Spirit say, you're really sticking your neck out there. But Spirit will return the blessings to you tenfold by doing that. But you're going to have patience. So that's why it might be a little bit long and tough road. So patience says, wait for the fruit to ripen. So it's really just that. Depending on, so Spirit's saying whatever it is that you're going to go for, Spirit says it's going to age well. So I don't know if, I don't know if you've had like a blow up. I'm not encouraging anyone to just like say all of the things and burn bridges, but the example that's coming to mind is when someone's standing up for themselves, they're going to just lay everything out on the table and then they're going to walk away. It's almost like mic drop moment and then leave. But then like, it's almost like, you know, and I want to caution you, like you want to make sure that you say, like, because it might not just be like saying your piece and leaving. That is a big part of your healing process, but it's almost like you might have doubts as you walk away. So whatever it is that you are putting forward, it's almost like, how do I want to word this? You might walk away in doubt or regret the things that you said and be like, oh my gosh, was I too harsh? Did I say too much? I don't want this to come back and bite me. Like it feels like there's just some curdling doubt coming up. And later on, in hindsight, you will see that it's actually for the better and it will age well because you ended up being right. Or the other person will see that you ended up being right. These might not be people that you return to, so you might not be able to see the fruits of your labor in terms of like, you know, something like that, but you will be able to separate yourself. The fruit that you are tending to now is whatever you're growing in the future in a completely different field, away from these old energies or this old situation that you're walking away from. So I don't even think you'll have to turn your head back to look at them. But they will definitely be turning their head forward to look for you and say, dang, like maybe I was wrong. But again, this is an energy read for you, not for them. And honestly, if we leave someone in the past, we really don't care if they see, like, you know, we really don't care if they see what they did wrong or not. We would hope so they can learn and grow. Like, we want to wish them the best, but at the same time, no, we're not concerned about that anymore, because that being concerned about it means that we're clinging on to it in some way, and we really just want to take that energy, crumple it up in a ball, toss it out the window, watch it tumble down the porch steps, and just completely forget about it and move on from it so that we're not attached to it anyway. We really don't want to keep ourselves shackled. Your spirit saying, like, break the shackles so that you can move forward and quite literally have both of your hands to create this new kingdom that you're building, okay? Because you're going to need both of your hands. You can't afford to have anything shackled down, weighted in the past, and you can't keep looking back trying to drag along your baggage, okay? You just have to break the shackles, move on, and don't look back, because you have a lot of work to do, okay? In a good way. But on top of that, on top of the patience that you'll have, and on top of not only you following the sun, but shining like the sun with radiance, play. You have the word play. You have the card play. Among the grass and wild violets lie undisturbed little secrets to uncover. So the greatest treasures in life are sometimes found when we stop and take a little skip around the garden. I just came up with that. Maybe I just channeled that. I didn't quote that from anywhere. It sounded like I quoted that. I did not quote that. But you can work hard, but make sure that you play hard too, because that's going to make all of it all the more worth it. That's going to make all of this worth it. All of this blood, sweat, and tears that you're about to put into this next phase of your life. It's just important, first of all, that you take your time, and that, okay, it's okay to work hard. I don't want to like completely disgrace hustle culture. I do think that hustling to the point of burnout is awful. So I think that that kind of stuff, like working hard, there's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame in that. Just make sure that there's a balance, and make sure that you're really taking the time to consider your own needs. But rest and play are completely different. Like, you need all three. You need work, play, and rest. So make sure that you have, first of all, that you're seeing those three as separate components of your life, okay? I would actually argue that the fourth is like maintenance in your life. I mean, there's so many other tiers you can put on there, but essentially, work, play, rest. Playing is not resting, resting is not playing, and work is most certainly not either of those. So it's important to actually have fun, even if it's like a side project that you're doing and not the main thing that you're trying to build. And this doesn't have to be in terms of a career, but make sure that you're having those like relationships. You're going out to coffee with a friend, or you're going out to, maybe date a little bit if you want to find someone special. Make sure that you're adding a little bit of fun to your day, because that's really going to help you shine brighter. It's going to help you feel more fulfilled and more refreshed. It helps make our rest more restful. Because when we are actually stuck in, like, when we are resting and we're not, like, having fun, like, we didn't have our fun, or we're not happy, sometimes we end up moping around through that rest, and it actually ends up being an energy sucker, not an energy filler, if that makes sense. So it's important to keep that balance so that we can keep ourselves in good states. We got to get those good hormones flowing through our body and our brain, okay? So anything that has fun, anything that makes your heart soar, if it's something like, I mean, for me, sometimes it's looking up, like, gushy webtoons on Webtoon, like looking up cute little comics, and I'm like, and I actually like put forth the effort. Sometimes I'm really tired, but sometimes I actually put forth the effort to dramatically respond, because then I laugh at myself and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm allowing myself to be so cheesy and giggle and go, and like lose my mind over this. And just really open yourself up to those types of experiences. Give yourself the freedom of expression, because that's very important. This doesn't mean you have to create, but you have to indulge in something that makes your heart feel happy and makes you want to, beat your little heart wings and go, I don't know if I'm explaining myself properly here, but I'm just going, and I hope you know what I mean by that. So, Aries, we're going to roll the dice for you, and, we'll see what your closing message is. We have 2, 9, 5. From Angel Numbers by Kyle Gray. There are divine downloads within you that you need to open in order to move forward on your path. Whew. One more time. There are divine downloads within you that you need to open in order to move forward on your path. So Spirit is showing me actually like 2 golden doors. Big gates. This is like a huge cycle you guys are leaving behind. It's almost like, I mean, regardless of what age you're at, Spirit's kind of like, this is the next phase, but it's almost like they're kind of making it very grandiose here. Like, this is the start of the rest of your life. Like, I don't know why they're showing it to me like that. Like, obviously this applies regardless of where you're at in age, but it's almost like stepping into like more of a, it's more of like it's like a higher consciousness state, but I don't think I'm using that term the way that other new age people use it. How do I want to say this? It's almost like it presents kind of like a lighter feeling. Maybe this past cycle has been very heavy for you, or maybe you've been kind of struggling to get through life a little bit. It's almost like, I don't know. Again, I just feel like weights, and then I feel you not having the weights anymore, or having your burden significantly lightened because of this new phase of things that you are purposefully saying goodbye to, of leaving behind, of shutting those doors because you are opening new ones, and it just feels lighter. Like, this is, I would see those same golden doors when I was younger and more angsty, and I was like, I wish for happiness, and like, obviously we know happiness is found from within. Back when I was younger and like, not as wise as I am now, but it's like, oh, I just want to be happy, and like, I was like, when am I gonna get that, like, and I don't know. And I saw these golden doors, or I saw this big golden color. And that's kind of what I'm seeing for you. It's not like you're like, you know, angsty like me or anything. But sometimes it's the things that we surround ourselves with that really bog us down. So I don't know. I mean, I think that helps. I think that helps to be able to see that and, you know, have hope that, yes, things will get better once you say goodbye and move on. Sorry, I'm bumping the microphone all over the place. So this is like I said, this is a new thing for me, so I'm hoping it's not too in the way. But that is your message, Aries. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and checking out the message. If this resonated with you in any way, go ahead and like and subscribe and all the things. It helps the channel grow. It lets me know that you love and adore my videos and you think I'm cool. Also, you can keep up to date with my content. So I love posting weeklies. I will occasionally post collectives here. I'm actually feeling a little amped to do a collective here coming up soon because I have a new spread I want to try out, but I was a little bit nervous introducing it to the science because I was like, let me get some more practice with it first. But doing collectives, and sometimes I do pick a cards whenever I get up to stamina, because 12 signs is a lot for me. And I've also been slowly introducing my ferrets to the channel. I have 4 of them, so keep an eye out. I'm posting my girls sometime this week. So I love you, I love you, I love you, Aries. Have the best week. I hope you do well in stepping into your power. I know you got this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.